Okay, I've got a 2020 Civic Si here, and I tried to use the physical key in the door, like such, and realized it doesn't do anything. And I read on the Civic X forums that sometimes these vehicles leave the factory with the door, or rather the lock linkage, disconnected. So I'm going to show you how to reconnect this linkage. The forums made it seem like you had to take the door panel off. I don't believe you do, so I'm going to walk you guys through it. All you're going to need for this is some kind of plastic pry tool, maybe even your fingernails if your nails are long enough. We just have to get a plastic cover off, and then I also have a ratchet here with an extension and a 10mm socket. This is a 1/4-inch ratchet, but use whatever you have here. You don't need this long of an extension, but it'll do. Let's go. First thing you're going to do is locate your door, pop it open, get to this little access panel here. I'm going to take our tool and try to get under this just enough to kind of pop it up. And I think I got most of it there. Come on. Let's try this. There we go. And this is going to reveal a 10mm bolt that holds the whole door handle assembly on. So we're going to remove this next. Okay, 10mm on here. Make sure not to drop this bolt. I'm going to put down the camera so I can make sure to do that. Okay, my little bolt is out. And now we should be able to remove this. The handle's going to stay in place a little bit. What we're going to try to do is just get up behind the lock cylinder. And there is a tab that holds these two together. So we kind of have to do it like this. Try this one-handed. There we go. So we got the lock out, and you can see this is the long shaft with this kind of almost Phillips-looking cross style thing that engages into the door panel and allows you to unlock the door. This is going to stay here. Just got to align this gasket right when we put it back together. So I'm trying to get you guys a shot of the part of the door panel that it engages with. And you can see it right there. When I looked at mine through the side of the door, through that little access hole, I could tell it was not even in line with that hole, and it was just flopping around. So what we're going to do now is try our best to realign that back into the hole. It probably will take a few times to get that right, and I'll report back after I got it back in. Another quick note is if the door handle starts to come off, just slide it back in this direction. It has to lock in on this side, and then it'll, see, there we go. I have to slide this a little more, and it'll behave like normal. So what we're going to do is put this fella back in there. Note the tab right here. That has to go behind the door handle. Okay, I've got it back on there. Door handle is slid back to the left. This is back on, and I actually got this one on the first try. You can kind of see the shaft through there, but I'm not going to be able to get a good image of anything. But I got it in first try. If I put the key in now, you'll hear the door locks click. We're good to go. What we'll do is we'll tighten that 10mm back down and make sure my gasket is all aligned. You can see this one's a little screwed up right now, so I'll see if I can get it back in a good state. All right, just put that bolt back in. Door handle's looking good. I'm gonna put this cap back in there. Good to go now, just as expected. I suggest everybody try this. You know, with their emergency key, make sure it can unlock and lock your doors. Because if it can't and your key fob battery dies, you won't be able to get into the car. And you'd rather find this out and fix it now than have to deal with that, when you're stranded somewhere and your key fob is dead. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope this helped. Thanks. Quick bonus tip for you guys. If you hit the unlock button and then hold the unlock button, it'll roll down all the windows as well as the sunroof. And with the key fob, I don't believe there's a way to undo this and roll back up the windows. So now that your lock works again, what you can do is you put it in here, bring it to the right once, hold it in this position, and the windows will start to roll back up. And you just got to hold it there as a safety feature until they're all back and rolled up. Pretty neat feature, especially in the summer.